I hit the button.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hi, people. So we're doing a mini cast tonight because yesterday. Do you realize we watched that show for about 8 hours, if not longer?
You know what? I don't care. It was worth it.
Because we started streaming the last 5 episodes of Busted around 7:30 at night.
Mm-hmm. You didn't finish it
And
like
we finished at 4:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
So that's 8 hours.
Finished Busted.
We finished Busted, and now we have to wait God knows how long for season 2. I want to know what happened to Jay Sook. Like, I want to know. I need to know.
Is he dead? Did he find the exit?
Oh, because you saw, like, you saw it and you heard it. He goes EXIT, so he's looking, and then it's just boom.
Kaboom. And I went, oh shit.
He did. Because the Rabbit chat room makes the video itself lag.
Right.
We talk through Messenger on Facebook, and it was just like, oh shit, oh fuck, I don't like it, fuck.
You were just spamming fuck during the entire thing because you were using your laptop and your phone. So
right.
You were just like fuck. And then when it finally happened, I come into the chat. Oh shit!
I was like, fuck! Like I literally was just like, there was caps locks everywhere. So we're just gonna do, like, this podcast is basically gonna be what we thought of Busted from beginning to end of season 1. Which surprisingly, like, because we took like probably about a 2-month break in between watches when we started watching it and when we finished it last night, and I didn't realize how much we had forgotten. Like with like I remembered certain things. Like I remembered that the one guy always carried the backpack. But then when we saw it on him again, it's like, wait, shit, he's still carrying that thing?
Yeah, I remember when we were first beginning to watch it, we kept calling him
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
They all had nicknames in the beginning because we didn't know if they were going to be using their real names or nicknames or fake names. So they just all got nicknames.
The thing was is that in my head I kept calling it Detector Gadget, and I was like, that's not right.
Detector Gadget. Nah, don't fit.
I was like Detector Gadget, Detective Gadget. That doesn't sound right.
It really doesn't. Here, you know actually what I'm gonna do? Because since this video does end up going onto that's a fan fiction. The title's not being shown. It's fine, and it's actually not anything bad. I'm gonna, since the video does,
open my AO3.
Since we do put the video up, I'm gonna pull up the picture. No images. Okay.
You know, maybe that's what we should start doing, putting pictures instead of just our
phone backgrounds. There's a picture of them. Can I full screen?
I mean, as beautiful as Juhan is.
Yeah, right? Here, is it?
Like, we should have, like, a photo on the topic.
Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, because Soompi was the one who confirmed that they were getting a season 2. So I'm just going to leave that up. But, yeah, so...
Edit this entire part out.
Nah, just leave it. It's fine. But I remember when we first sat down to watch the show, we both had zero idea what it was about. And so when it started and it was like, it's a murder party, I went, what?
See, I was very confused because I didn't know. I knew. Here's the thing. They had said Sehun was gonna be in a show. I never knew what show.
No, I'm sorry. I just remembered when we sat down to watch the first episode, you went, "Oh shit, it's in Korean."
No, shut up. Because it was on Netflix, and I was like, "Oh, okay, Netflix. You know, I'm expecting English." But then, like, they spoke Korean. I was like, "Whoa, wait a second."
But that being said, like he's looked at like my Netflix profile since we do watch Netflix a lot together, and a majority of it is Asian shows.
Yeah.
Like that's how I like certain episodes of Knowing Brothers. That's how I watch it. Like I watch it on Netflix. But I was like, oh, okay, cool, murder party. Wonder what this is actually going to really be about. And then as it progressed, it was just like, I told Jinno this in the chat. I'm like, it's like the Korean version of Clue and Sherlock Holmes, and I'm here for it. Because that's what we called Jae-suk in the beginning. We called him the Korean
because of that fucking dumbass hat he decided.
No, not only that, he's wearing the entire Sherlock outfit.
Right, with the whole coat and everything.
The coat and everything. So he was just the Korean Sherlock.
You know what? I'm not mad about it.
No, it's like it was great.
Oh, fun fact! I share the same birthday as Jae-suk.
Do you really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure I've said it before.
I don't know if we said it about him because last time we were looking up birthdays, we looked up our birthdays with K-pop idols.
Yes.
And
I found that out a while back. I have the same birthday as Jae-suk, and I was like, wow, I have the same birthday as a household name in Korea. Amazing.
What was I about to say? No, but I'm trying to remember the nicknames that we gave everybody. Like, the one guy, whose name I still can't remember. The one who didn't show back up till like the very end. The pretty guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. I just remember he was Detective Pretty Boy.
Oh, no, I know. His name is Yoon Suk. Ha!
There we go. And I was like, I'm just thinking back over all the games. These games were either really well put together or somebody just had way too much time on their hands.
Right.
Especially like towards the end with the scales and the books.
Right.
Like, who thought of that? Because I don't know whether to applaud them or punch them in the throat.
I mean, I want to applaud them because Kwang Soo, Inspector Gadget, kept falling in multiple times. Oh my god! And I loved it.
He was like, he was the best form of comic relief. Like when things got too stressful within the script, he was like, "Wait, what?"
Right. Yeah, he was great. Absolutely great.
He is the reason I want to see. I think it's called Secret Detective 2.
Mm-hmm.
But he did a movie, and it's kind of like his character in Busted.
Oh, we gotta watch it together.
I think it's on Viki, so I'll check that. I'll check into where we can watch it. This way we can watch it together. Because it just looks so entertaining. They kept showing.
He was great, especially when I felt bad when he was being accused.
Mhm. When he was the quote unquote murderer.
Yeah.
Where he was running around the park like hiding behind bushes and shit.
That was like one of the best.
No, he said he did something. I can't remember what episode it happened in, but Jae-suk just started smacking him, and I'm like, do it again, hit him again.
Oh yeah. He was just saying don't. Oh no, I know what episode it was. It was the episode of the main like ending part where they were doing the thing for money, the test for money.
Right, yeah.
And he kept trying.
He kept hitting the button. He kept hitting the button trying to give the answer. Wrong. Stop it. Stop hitting buttons. Stop it.
Jae-suk kept whacking him against the back of the neck.
Yeah, it's like neck chops.
Fucking.
And then we talked about this a little bit last night, but I liked the character development for Seyun because it was like in the beginning he didn't talk much. He was just kind of the pretty boy, and he was the youngest until I think like 2 or 3 episodes in, because the one girl didn't come back. I don't know what happened, but they switched girls midway. And so he was the youngest up until that point. And so, you know, he just kind of like hung in the back. He would put in his input every so often. And then
they even suspected him once, and I was like, bruh.
That was the well, which one they suspect him? I think it was the first episode.
Yeah, it was within the first episode. And I was like, really? You're suspecting Seyun within the first episode?
Like, all right. Meanwhile, the whole time, like, Jino and I are sitting there going, okay, this person's sketch.
Literally every single episode, sketch!
Yep. Because 9 out of 10, like, we had the murderer figured out, but then we would either second guess it or we would be right for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Like, that's what I gotta say I loved about the show. It really, actually, you had to sit there. You thought about the clues with them.
Mm-hmm. And it's like one of the funny things about watching it between me and Brianna is that if you haven't watched the show yet, then, and if you have, you know that there's a lot of English involved into the question.
Yep.
And so it's like Brianna gets it before I do, or I just don't get it at all.
Yep.
So there'll be moments when Brianna just like shouts the answer into the chat, and I'm like, how did you get that? Like with the whole fucking page thing.
Yeah, because they gave you 4 letters and it was like APGE. And I looked at it and I went, Page. He goes, how do you know? I'm like, because there's books.
and I was like, but, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
No,
you're also talking to the person who was just watching Tokyo Ghoul, and in the ending card thing it goes HALF, and I was like, what the fuck does that spell? Half? And then I realized it spelled half. I'm not smart when it comes to English letters, okay? I'm not good at that shit.
No, but like it's still, there's also the fact of English isn't your first language. So there's going to be times where you're going to mess up, which is fine if you know, because that's why I said if you're ever confused on words, let me know. But it was, if you remember though, I thought I had the password for the vampire episode.
Oh yeah.
But I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, like when they gave out what the answer actually was, I'm like, that makes sense now.
See, but you caught the S and I didn't. You caught the S in the coffin, but I didn't.
Because the thing is with stuff like that, my brain for some reason is tuned into when words don't flow properly. Doesn't matter what language it's in. If there's a certain break, I can make shapes out of it.
I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know why I can, but I can. So the S caught my eye right away.
I was just trying to fucking read the thing.
Yeah, you were trying to read the handwriting.
But like, you know, it's hard when it's shined with an awkward light by Seyun.
Yeah. Poor baby. They were like, hold up. He got stabbed. You get in the coffin. I'm like,
Jason got stabbed by a fucking needle. It wasn't much.
That was funny though. Oh, am I gonna die? Seyun, why are you so calm? He just freaks out.
It was just like, I'm just gonna keep looking. Y'all do you.
But, and then when we got to the last episode, I just remember like saying to you, I'm like, Seyun's probably just used to, it's like, in the back of his head, he's going, okay, I'm just running from my exo-hyungs. It's fine.
See, remember when I said I can't trust Seyun now?
Nope.
Because at first, he fucking, what was the first thing that he did? He got through the window with the CD.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, all right, I'll let it slide. You were thinking, I'll let it slide. And then he picked the lock with fucking, and you know what? I thought about it. I realized who taught him how to do that.
Who?
Baekhyun. because The victim has admitted
I
to
was like-
picking locks with chopsticks before.
With chopsticks.
Yes.
I would say, because even here in America, picking locks with a hairpin and a safety and a like a hairpin and or a safety pin, that's actually kind of something a lot of people here in America do know how to do. So when he started picking the lock, I didn't think much of it. But it was when he said, "Okay, time to use my old trick." I went, "What old trick do you got?" Like,
how do you how
like I
you know, in my head Sehun is still a child. Like I keep that in my head. Sehun is still a child to me.
well, we do that with Sana from Astro too.
Shut up.
We're not going to talk comeback stuff. That's next week's podcast with James.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a guest next podcast.
Yeah.
But I just remember like when that happened, and he's like, "I got to use my old trick," and I'm like, "All right, you're 3 years younger than me. What old trick do you got?" Like, and so I like when he started picking the lock, I'm like, "Okay, so how do you look like that but know how to do things?"
See, this is why I'm now worried. Because if Sehun is on season 2, which he better fucking be.
I'm gonna assume so.
Right. Oh wait, I haven't talked about it yet. I love Sehun running.
Yeah, he's adorable when he runs.
Because he's always wearing one of the longer coats, and I don't think it at first, like when they're inside or whatever.
Yeah.
So he like holds his jacket down and just starts running.
He does. But no, if you realize though, that
so
other episode, the first time we saw him run, they were outside.
Mm-hmm.
And he still did that with his jacket. So I think that's just kind of what he does. Like maybe like
I think it's because he just doesn't want his jacket to get in the way.
Either that or he ooh, excuse me. He might have like his cell phone or whatever in his jacket and he doesn't want to drop it.
Maybe.
All right, I'm gonna read off the Soompi article for this, and it says Netflix's variety show Busted confirmed for a second season. Netflix's variety show Busted will be getting a second season. The show confirmed its renewal on May 31st to the delight of many viewers. Busted is an investigative variety show that features a motley crew of 7 celebrities, in quotations, detectives, who try and solve different cases as they arise every episode. It is directed by notable producing directors like Jo Hyo-jin, Jang Hyuk-jae, and Kim Joo-hyung, and produced by Company Sang-sang. Company Sang-sang CEO Jang Hyuk-jae commented, "I want to sincerely thank everyone around the world for their interest and love for Busted. I will repay everyone by meeting expectations with a higher level of completion and more laughs in season 2." PD Jo Hyo-jin, I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. Expressed, "It was awkward at first because it was somehow a new attempt at combining variety shows with simulated reality, and there were probably many aspects that were lacking. But I am happy to have another opportunity to explore different stories. I actually have more stories that I wanted to show. If we were renewed for a second season, we will carefully consider, prepare, and return with more original plots and entertainment in season 2. This first season of Busted will release its last 2 episodes on June 1st. So that's all we have to go off of right now.
Praying for more Sehun, because I remember one of the second time that we mainly saw Sehun running was during that episode of the high school girl that got stabbed.
Yeah, when they were chasing the students around the school.
Yep. And that was like the one time we saw Sehun really like book it. And dude, I was like, "Go Sehun, go!"
Like
I was
he took off like a shot, and I went, "Alright, damn."
Like I said, there's multiple videos of like Sehun getting in trouble with the other EXO members.
Yeah.
Where he just
actually
we've seen him run before on like with EXO and shit. So it's like I want to see him run like that more in Busted, because he only really ran like 3 times in the entire show.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get like an episode guide so we can try and go into it more. There we go. Busted episode guide. Okay. The first episode was called Forewarned Murder, which was them being put. There is a Wikipedia. It was them just being like, okay, yep, it's a murder party. And,
and that
I
was
like
when
that.
they murdered M. That was when they murdered M.
What?
That was when they murdered M.
Yeah, when M was murdered. Episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In the first episode, a man named M invites them to host a party for his boss. As soon as the game begins, M is shot by an unknown perpetrator, which turns the game into a real crime scene. They soon realize that the murder is related to an operation called Project D. Why did I remember that from episode 1? Like, I remember them talking about Project D. I just didn't think they talked about it in episode 1. Using tarot cards given by a gypsy as their clues, the 7 witnesses must attempt to find the culprit before they reaches the next victim.
Hang on a sec. Isn't that the episode where Sehun was dressed up as like tuxedo mask from Sailor Moon?
No, handsome guy was
yeah.
tuxedo mask. Seyun just showed up looking fine as all hell.
Yes.
Okay, this actually it gives a list of each of the quote unquote guests, which was Yu Yeon Suk, Kang Nam.
Pretty boy.
Huh?
Pretty boy.
Yeah, pretty boy. Kang Nam, Kim Jong Tae, Lee Jae Young, Park Na-rae, Yi Ji-won, and it says, note Kim Se-jong did not appear in this episode. Yeah, I remember like some of those names.
I barely fucking remember the first episode.
Oh, no, it's not giving the detectives' names. That's just all the other guests who were there. Because the detectives are Yoo Jae-suk, An Jae-wook, who he didn't come till later in the series. Kim Jong-min.
No, that's Detective An. He was there from the start.
He was there from the start. From the start, I thought Detective An didn't come until later.
No, he was there from the start. It was Jong-min, I think, who didn't come until later.
No, it was Detective An. He came in during the vampire case. Because remember, he got his wallet stolen? And they were like, and then later Kay was like, what's Detective An doing? Why is he sitting there playing with the dice?
No, he was still in there before.
I don't think so.
He's always been there.
All right, well, regardless. Well, we'll go back over that later. Kim Jong-min, Lee Kwang-soo, Park Min-young, Oh Se-eun, and Kim Se-jong. So, the second episode... Oh, okay. Wow, wait, the second episode was Treasure Island?
Isn't that the episode where Min-young punched the snake and then Jason got blasted in the face with cream?
I would say it was that episode, but it was also the episode where we saw Seyun in a wetsuit.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It says
Sorry, I'm having flashbacks.
You're fine. After being recruited by Kay, the amateur detectives traveled to Jeju Island in order to help a museum director retrieve an artifact that belonged to his deceased friend. With the help of local news reporter and a tourist from Seoul, they embark on a treasure hunt around the island. Meanwhile, Kay reveals that in the past, an error in the chip that was implanted in detectives have caused them to slowly lose their memories, which led him to abandon Project D. And the guests here were An Ne-sang, Woo Hyun, Kim Soo-do, and Hong Jun-hyun. I don't know some of these names at all.
They sound familiar.
I would say, like, because I remember, like, there would be certain times we would look at people and be like, they look familiar. Where do I know them from? Oh, I forgot how early it was in the episode where they suspected Kwang-soo. It was episode. That was episode 3.
Jesus.
While on vacation in Jeju Island, Kwang-soo wakes up with a hangover and finds a dead woman in his room. Fearing that the police will brand him as a suspect, he flees the scene and decides to find the murderer himself. The 6 other detectives receive a call from Kay saying that Kwang Soo has become a murder suspect. This leads them to investigate the case in an effort to prove his innocence, or else they would have to arrest him. And these guests were An Ne-sang, Lee Ki-woo, sorry, Lee Chang-min, Lee Guk-ju, Lee Myung-hoon, Jo Yo-hoon, Yoon-ho. Oh my god, names. I'm not doing too bad, but I'm still doing bad. Moon Kyu Park and Choi Min-jae. Min-jae sounds familiar. I don't know what from, but
They all sound familiar to me. Like Lee Chang-min, it makes me think of TVXQ Chang-min, but I don't know if that's right. It might be. I don't remember their face.
Couldn't tell you. Then the 4th episode was the I think the episode. Yeah. It's the episode of the girl with the scissors.
Where we get to see Sehun book it because he caught the students. He caught one of the students.
Yeah.
I remember that. They were trying to outrun Sehun, and he was just like, "You ain't getting away from me."
He was like, I do this shit on the daily. But it's Jungmin encounters a child who gives him the diary of a teen girl. He finds out that the girl has recently died at Songdo Central Park under mysterious circumstances and receives a call from Kay, who tells him to gather the detectives at the high school where she attended to look into her death. During the investigation, the detectives discover that her friends have been receiving text messages from her even after she died. Jesus. The guests here were An Ne-sang again. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a play on the Korean, one of the Korean words for 5, because it says 5er prize. Which was Yuil, Sol Kangjun, Seo, whatever, Gongmyung, Kang Tae-oh, Lee Tae-hwan, Kang Nam, Kang Jae-jun, Lee Eun-hyung, and Ji Yoona. Jesus.
Aren't you glad that my name is one syllable?
Jenna! You should have seen me today just trying to explain how we figured out what my name in Korean is to the people in at the restaurant. I was like, because in English my name is Brianna, and he went, okay, I see it now. Episode 5, where we picked up yesterday, was The Last Vampire.
Oh god, the doctor was so good looking.
Dude, he really was. So he's gonna be one of these names, but an ex-criminal who Jae-wook had arrested during his days as an agent tells him that a woman was murdered in his hometown, a small island near Incheon? I've never had to say it. When the detectives go to the island, they discover that the residents believe that a vampire lives on the island and kills a woman whenever anyone tries to investigate on the murders happening in the village. Meanwhile, Kay tells them that one of the doctors involved one of the doctors involved in Project D was from the same island, and that was again An Ne-sang. I'm assuming that An Ne-sang is Kay, because he's been in every episode. Because he's been in every episode so far. But then you have Park Hae-jin, Lee Won-jung, Kim Shin-young, and Nam Chang-hee. Shut up! So, yeah, the vampire episode, I did not expect the doctor to be that fucking good looking.
I mean, do we ever expect the good looking ones, though?
No, I didn't. No, because if you remember, we suspected him at first. We were like, sketch.
We were like, he's sketch, and then like we were also suspecting the guy as the head of the town.
Yeah, we were expecting him as well. Hi, pup. Hi,
And
how are you?
technically, he kind of was at fault.
Right, he kind of was because he murdered the girlfriend.
Right.
Okay, 1 second. So that whole episode was just, I don't know, like it was awesome, but it was kind of like, what the hell are we watching?
Right. And like I was very confused during during a lot of what we started, like when we started last night.
Mm-hmm.
Like during a big portion of that, there was a lot that I was confused by.
Pretty
I was
much.
just kind of like, ah.
But then,
That's supposed to happen.
because I remember like when we first like suspected the doctor, and it was only because of I suspected him when they were playing the that game, the drink game that, oh, if it's garlic juice,
Oh, that.
yeah.
I expected him the second he didn't want anyone to touch his briefcase. I was like, ah, ah.
Yeah, that was like kind of the first like, yeah, okay, it's a little sketch. But then it was just like,
what you got?
yeah.
What you got?
Okay, hold on 1 second. So, just hold on to that till I come back in. Let me get back outside. Now this next episode, I am not gonna have a whole lot of input on because this was where I kind of checked out a little bit, which was the
the charming episode. The charming episode.
What?
The charming episode.
No, not the charming episode. This one was the Battle of the Detectives.
I wasn't paying attention much during that either. But I do have to say the magic episode, the charming episode, is my favorite episode.
Yeah. This one was
like that episode was just so good, and you missed a good portion of it. You missed like the main portion of it.
I did because I was hungry and I wanted food.
I get that, but you missed a lot.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know instant pad thai took so long. But this episode was the Battle of the Detectives. Let me make sure. Okay. Two rival curators of an art museum enlist the help of K's detectives and the genius detective team in an attempt to outshine each other. The competition between the two teams becomes fierce as they must find the self-portrait of a recently deceased artist before the painting is auctioned off on the same night. Now, we had a couple very special people in this one, which was kind of funny. Which was, again, we have An Ne-sang, Jung Jae-hyung, Lee Juk, Lee Jung-won, who's from the Peppertones. Never heard of that. Shin Jae-pyung, who is also the Peppertones. John Park, Miss Wendy from Red Velvet.
Yo, when we first saw her for the first time, I screamed into the chat.
He did.
So much.
RV Wendy. I'm like, okay, I get it. I saw her. I know who it is. Kim Bom-soo, Kang Nam again, Min Ji-young, and Choi Young-won. But I kind of like, because my friend decided he wanted to come over while we were watching this episode, so I was a little lost. I am, however, very impressed that they managed to pull off fucking Van Gogh's Starry Night in a cup of espresso.
True.
Like, that was beautiful. And the Mona Lisa. I felt so bad though. There was like literally a very, very unsuspecting woman who was sitting next door drinking coffee with her friend. And Inspector Gadget sneaks into the Kong. I listen. He's Inspector Gadget to me. He will be Inspector Gadget. However, he went into the next room, grabbed this woman, and you're gonna help me real quick. And they had her pretend to be Min Young.
I love that.
She's like, "What am I doing?" Now, the episode you were talking about with Charming is The Vanished Magician.
That episode was so good. Like it's for sure my favorite episode, just because of how clever it was set up.
It was when you sat down and broke it down to me later, it was very clever.
Because they had multiple distractions
Yep.
to keep them from figuring out who it was.
Can we talk about how they locked the poor boy in the fucking cage though? But it was his own dumbass fault. They were like, "Oh wait, what's this? Well, come show us how this trick works." Oh, it's a cage. I use it to keep things in, and they push him in and lock him in the cage.
And then they also didn't realize he had the key.
Oh, is that how, did he get out?
Right, that's how he kept getting out, because he had the key.
Nice. Okay.
And like they never asked him if he had the key. They were just like, here, in you go.
Yep.
And then he just kept walking out like, what are you doing?
Yep. Now this one was the detectives attend a magic show rehearsal to support Seun, who would be opening the show with a dance performance. During the rehearsal, the magician mysteriously that was a great performance.
That little dance thing we saw was rude.
So rude. During the rehearsal, the magician mysteriously disappears while performing one of his tricks, which sends the crew in a panic as the show would be happening in a few hours. As a result, the director asked the detectives to find him before the show begins. And I didn't know that's where she was from. Again, we have An Nae-sung. That's why I'm saying he's K. Choi Hyun-woo.
Actually, I'm gonna find out if that is
Shin Hee-jung, who is from AOA.
Yes, it is K, I think. He looks like K.
Jung Hee-sung, Jo Woo-jung. God, say that name 5 times fast. And Joshua Seth. Joshua Seth was that one guy who spoke English. Okay, then we have...
Yes.
Yeah.
Nae-sung is K.
Okay. The Mysterious Gentleman. Oh, this is the one that, like, really kind of messed us up for a minute. The one that I thought was really easy.
Which one is that one?
The 20-year-old murder.
Ah!
That
one got us. I'll admit to that one.
That one was what?
That one got both of us.
Parts of it did. I had most of it figured out, but parts of it still got me.
Oh my god, no, I got, like, none of it.
Nope. I'm sitting there the whole time, oh, that's this is this. And he's like, what?
I got one thing, and that was the lip-syncing part.
That's because, like, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. Me and you, for all intents and purposes, both know music. You know,
right.
you studied music. I did musical theater in high school.
Right.
So we were able to tell who was lip-syncing.
I was like, okay, first off, you're awkward. You don't have emotion. You pointed out that the one girl was half a beat off and half a beat too fast.
Yeah, the girl in the blue dress.
That just narrowed it down to the girl in white. I was like, it's her. No. Also, because she looked like she knew the song well.
That was like the awkward one. Was that the one in the black dress who was like really feeling the trot song?
Yes.
Another thing is, not only was she awkward, she had no rhythm.
Side to side.
During the ballad, she's just kind of like swaying, but it's not swaying in tune with the music. She was fine during the trot song. She was completely fine there because you didn't need too much of a rhythm. You needed a rhythm, but not much of one.
Right.
And so this episode was actually like mainly centered around music, which was awesome. And it says, a man claiming to be Kay's old friend challenges detectives to solve a 20-year-old case through a series of tests in order to measure their skill in criminal investigation. Each test has a different goal, and the first detective to complete the test is rewarded a large sum of money. The man who promises to provide the passcode for the I forgot a word. The man also promises to provide the passcode for the box that detectives have obtained in Jeju Island, which contains valuable information about Project D. Outside the mission, Sejong is leaving flowers for M at a columbarium. I've never heard that word before in my life. But I knew it's where you put cremated ashes. cremated remains. The guests again on Naesong, Jang Guang, An Il Kwon, Yoon Sung Ho, Lee Moon Jae, Seo Ina, Krisha Chu, Shin Soi, Kim Bom Jun. Listen, I'm trying, and Yoo Yeon Suk. I'm not doing horribly. I've definitely done worse.
Yeah, you have.
Okay, so those were the first 8 episodes of Busted. And up until that point, like, you know, there were escape the room type games. There were, you know, all these other different types of games, which was really, really awesome.
Uh-huh.
And, like, it definitely, it tested your knowledge and your ability to, like, I don't know if you remember a couple times, especially within, like, the first escape the room game, how many times they fucking cheated. Like, with the water and the sand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wait, if we throw the sand in, the water goes higher. Instead of trying to pump it.
I mean, it's not necessarily cheating, it's just being inventive and using your resources.
True. Wow, I found one episode that Kay was not in.
Really?
Because if you think about it, in episode 9 is when he got kidnapped.
Ah, right.
Because this one's called Operation Criminal Transport. And it was...
Yeah, that was the one where they had to transport Yoo Yeon Suk to that one place with the bomb and all the food.
Yeah.
The places that are kept leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, they put the bomb in the stranger's bag. I don't want to read the synopsis for the last 2 episodes in case any of our listeners do want to go back and watch the series.
Mm-hmm.
But that is when shit got real.
Mm-hmm.
And even though if they watch the video, they can just read it because I did have it scrolled up there for a while. But I gotta say, like, I'm gonna click on it so they can see it in the video. This picture is awesome, and it definitely sums up the series so well. And it was such a great show. I'm so glad that because when I first mentioned it, I was like, oh, I want to watch that show PD was talking about. It's called Busted. It looked really good. It's on my Netflix. And you were like, I want to watch it, but I don't have Netflix. I was like, hold up, I got this. And that's when we started watching shows on Rabbit together. Now the question is, while we wait for season 2, what do we want to watch?
I don't know. What can we watch?
I don't know. I mean...
Want to rewatch Boys Over Flowers? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
What?
I was like, want to rewatch Boys Over Flowers? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Why? I love that show.
I don't want to go through that emotional roller coaster again.
Dude, you don't understand. Like, I would want to watch it again, but skip certain episodes. Like, the entire, like, last 3 episodes before the series finale. Those last 3 episodes, nope. Because that's what's, like, because I remember me and you started watching Pinocchio. And James jumped in on that one as well. But I was like, because I was like, oh, by the way, this was the point I started crying. But that was...
To be honest, I paid, like, no attention when we started watching that.
I believe it.
I don't remember nothing.
It was just, we did not even finish the first episode. Because Rabbit kept glitching out. Vicky started glitching out. But...
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I keep saying red and blue, and there's a cop car somewhere nearby. I just don't know where. Oh, it's over there. I guess he pulled somebody over. But yeah, so it's like we could probably find something between Netflix and Vicky. We can find something to watch.
Oh, of course.
Because I like when me and you watch shows together, because we either have the same reaction or completely different reactions.
True.
But I gotta say though, like for the people who have sat down and like are thinking about watching Busted, it's roughly the same equivalent watching time of watching an episode of Sherlock. Because each episode of Sherlock is about the same time. So if you can sit down and fucking invest into Sherlock, you can invest into Busted.
It's so worth it.
It really is. Cause like there was a couple times, dude. I just remembered. I forgot how much C fucking talked. I forgot he was dead.
Same. And like when they finally brought it back up, I was like, oh yeah, he did die, didn't he?
Yeah, they're like C. I'm like, didn't C die? And I'm like, what? And the perfect mix though of scripted and unscripted was just great. Especially in like the vampire episode. I've injected him with poison. There are 6 other people here. Why did you pick me? Like he was great comic relief.
What was that one episode that we were like, I volunteer to stay home?
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. I don't think so. Oh yeah, he's in there, I think. I think so, yeah. Here, wait. I have a way we could try and figure out.
I remember it was the episode
with the harness.
The charming episode. It was a charming episode.
Yeah, and with the harness.
They needed someone to be the stunt double, and we were like, I volunteer to stay home.
Yep. We were like, that's it. I want to see Seyun in the harness. Put him in the harness. I'm pulling out my Netflix account real quick just to see what's actually on here. And now they're going to see exactly how much Asian shows are on my Netflix account. Because you watched Busted, Men on a Mission pop up. The Sound of Your Heart. Live. Hyori's Bed and Breakfast 2. Something in the Rain. I think Jess liked to watch Something in the Rain. I think that's what she watched. A Love So Beautiful. Mr. Sunshine, Meteor Garden. Chef in My Fridge, Bad Genius. Black. We are not watching 13 Reasons Why. Fuck that show. Hidden Singer.
Wait.
Well,
what's wrong with 13 Reasons Why? I don't even know what that show is.
It was an American show Netflix picked up based off of a book that pretty much glorifies suicide.
Okay, continue. Move it on.
Yep. Prison Playbook, which I don't know what that is. Yoo Byung-jae, Too Much Information. Okay, he's a stand-up comic. Okay, it's going into American shows. Romantic Asian TV comedies. Oh, Strong Girl Bong Soon. That was good. Good Morning Call. Good Morning Call was cute. That's a Japanese show. Hello My 20s. Bromance. Reply 1997. Another Netflix show, My Only Love Song. K-pop Extreme Survival. Which is that was a stage drama. It was Sung Yeon decides to chase her dream of becoming a K-pop star and audition for a popular group. There's only one catch. It's a boy band. A couple of these are Chinese as well. Like Murphy's Law of Love. I think that's Chinese. Yeah, it's Chinese. Sometimes I have to look at their names to figure out if it's a Chinese show or not. Bye guys. Refresh Man. I don't know what that one is. Beating Again, When I See You Again. Or When Will I See You Again? There's a show called Let's Eat.
Now we need to find something else to watch. Mhm.
Hi, Eric.
They're like, should we tone it down some, baby? Why? It was wild. That like 4 or 5 like seconds I saw. I'm fully caught up on Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah. You should get caught up on My Hero. And then other shows. Actually, I need to start other shows.
Oh, I found something for us to watch.
What?
It's called The Sound of Your Heart. It says, based on Korean's longest-running webtoon series, this comedy follows the ridiculous daily lives of a cartoonist, his girlfriend, and his subpar family. And it's starring Lee Kwang-soo, Kim Dae-myung, and Jung So-min.
See, no, you can't say cartoonist because I watch W and everything that has to do with cartoons makes me triggered.
Yeah, but this is Kwang-soo.
True.
Like,
well, now we have to watch it because Kwang-soo's in it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
how can you refuse?
That's what I'm saying. I'm adding that to my list. Because now I'm just in the K-drama section. One of them is called Mr. Sunshine, and this one updates weekly. And it says, a young boy... Let Eric talk. Damn it, Jenna, we have to watch this one too.
What is it?
This one's called Mr. Sunshine. It's the synopsis is a young boy who ends up in the U.S. after the 1871. Whoa, gonna try and say that. Shinmyeongil incident returns to Korea at a historical turning point and falls for a young noblewoman. It is starring Lee Byung-hyun, Kim Tae-ri, and Yoo Yeon-suk.
Oh, Jesus. Are you just gonna find a drama that includes every single person from Busted?
No, I kid you not. When I put this video up on YouTube, you will see this is literally just I'm on my K-drama section. That it has popped up like, oh, you watch these ones, you would like these, because the one right after that is Boys Over Flowers.
Gee, no, no. I told you I'm not rewatching Boys Over Flowers. I'm not trying to cry again.
This one's called Black. Let's see what this one is. Ooh, this one might be cool. A Grim Reaper detective and a woman who foresees death get ensnared in the matters of life and death and dark mysteries of 20 years past.
We're watching that.
Adding to my list.
We will watch it. But remember, I still have to teach you Kristen, B2B, Rain.
Bitch, I didn't say we were starting tonight. I didn't say we were starting tonight.
Well, I know, I'm just saying. We're putting those before we watch another show.
Oh, yeah, no, God, yeah. No, this is just for eventually down the line, we will watch these.
Yeah. Next time you're free, I'm showing you Rain, because that has to get done.
Yeah.
Like,
the show something and no, don't start. I didn't want to click watching it. The Something in the Rain I might watch on my own because that seems like something. I'm just like I'm reading the synopsises to see what they're about. A cursed princess meets a good-hearted scholar who gets entangled in her dangerous endeavor to lift the black magic that ensnares her. That sounds good.
I've just been rubbing my stomach this entire time, and I don't even know why. Oh, what I'm weird. What's wrong with being weird? If you got it, flaunt it.
What is this prison playbook thing? Because it keeps popping up. it's another show that keeps popping up. It's called Prison Playbook. With his Major League Baseball debut right around the corner, a star pitcher lands in prison and must learn to navigate his new world. Ew.
Okay.
Sports. Ew.
Yeah.
Why does the name L sound familiar?
You watch multiple sports anime.
I have to go back. I think did I? No, I never started this. I have to start. I have to start and finish the show. It's called Nightmare High, and it's after a new teacher arrives, students' dreams begin to come true. Class president Yi Dim must solve the nightmarish mystery before it's too late. My Little Baby. A top detective in the Violent Crimes Unit becomes sole guardian of his 6-month-old niece when his sister and her husband suddenly pass away unexpectedly. That seems like fun.
I don't. One of those, the high school one, that makes me think of this one horror movie I watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like this. I don't remember if it was Korean or something else. I think it was Korean, and basically these students got trapped into this school, and basically they like, it was like this like school where they had separated the smarter kids from the dumber kids, and they basically sent the dumber kids home, and like the ones at the top of the class were still left in school. So basically they locked them in, and then they would take one of them by the order in which they were, on the board. And they would torture them and give them riddles and stuff to solve.
Right.
I never finished it because I fell asleep halfway through it.
I was like, when you first started talking, it's kind of sounded like this one was a Japanese movie, and it was kind of like, I can't remember the name of the movie now, but it was similar to the Hunger Games.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, Battle Royale. That was it.
I love that movie.
Movie's so good.
Passion.
Movie was so good.
Like it wasn't even scary. It was just so gory. It was funny.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why I loved it so much, but I just love it.
I'm actually, because I opened up the Twitter podcast.
What?
I opened up the Twitter for our podcast.
Do you have notifications? Because I haven't checked it in like a day or something.
Not anything worth looking at. It was mainly like, oh, in case you missed this tweet.
Oh. Yeah.
What were you just singing?
B2B, only one for me.
Nice.
Let's get it on.
No, because at first all I heard was you going, and I'm like, is he singing A?
Hey, comes in the jacuzzi, singing to holiday, me on the song. Eric's bumping.
Eric's like, nope. Eric's like, nope. Go home. Shut up. I'm tired. Not yet.
What, Max?
Max?
What do you want, Rita?
I want to clear my notifications, but I don't want to flash your phone number.
Don't flash my phone number.
I'm not. I'm leaving it.
No.
Just like I didn't flash my Facebook because I have a Facebook notification. I mean, it wouldn't really matter. The only thing, I looked at my Twitter for a minute, the podcast Twitter, I got off Twitter.
I don't dare open my Twitter.
No, you have. I don't open my one Twitter because they got a flash of like all my Twitter names because I know our friends watch our videos where it says Bree BRP and Derek Warbler. Do not follow me there, please.
See, no, now because you said that, they probably weren't even gonna realize it was a thing, and then now they're gonna go find it.
Okay, they can go find it, and you know what you're gonna find on the one. The one where it says Bree BRP, that character is half cat, half human. Have fun. The other one, me and the person I roleplay with strictly stay in DMs. Mainly because, like, you know when you roleplay, hold on. You know what? Hold on. Before I go into this story, say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you on Monday for our usual upload schedule. This is going up in between. This Monday we have another topic planned. Next Monday we have our friend James, who is guesting in with us as well. And that one I will openly talk about because that's fine. This next week's is going to stay a mystery until we talk about it. But when James joins us, we will be covering 17's comeback, Astro's comeback, and the Stray Kids comeback.
Wait, is that this week?
August 5th is Stray Kids. Or no, August 5th is August. James said after August 5th he'll join us for a podcast. So, being that, get out of Twitter for a minute. Apps, calendar. Today is technically Wednesday, July 25th, and it is 1:08 in the morning. So, on the 30th, we will have our other podcast. So, basically, we're going to have to... I'm trying to think, because the 5th is Sunday. So, Stray Kids comeback is on July 5th. I think. No.
July 5th?
August 5th. Shut up. The way my calendar is set up, you'll see it in the video. After the 29th of July, then it says the 5th. That's why I got confused. So on the 30th, we will have our other podcast, which we will probably... I guess we're going to have to record that one either tonight or tomorrow. But that'll go up on the 30th. The 6th, however, is that next Monday. So Stray Kids won't drop till 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What we're probably going to have to do is wake up. We're going to have to wait for James to be done work, probably. No, he's off.
Yeah, he's off.
So what we can do is Monday at some point in the afternoon, we'll get on a phone call together and record it much like how we will now.
You should make a group chat, by the way.
What? For James?
Yeah.
We already have a group chat for him.
No, I mean on, like, phone messaging.
We already have a group talk with him on Kakao.
You know, oh my, I can't.
Listen, in almost everything, the thing is, with James, it will be a phone call. So what we have to do is probably Sunday, after I'm done work, after I upload the podcast, before Stray Kids drops, we'll have James jump in on a phone call with us to make sure it all works properly.
Right.
Because if not, we're going to have to figure out some other way to do it.
Right.
All right. So on that note, this is now over an hour long. It was supposed to be a mini cast. We will see you guys next time. Well, we won't necessarily see you, but you know what I mean.
See you next time.
Basically, we'll see you next time. Have a nice night and go watch Busted.
Yeah, go watch Busted, guys. What are you doing?
Like, seriously, it's like, even if you only take it at an episode at a time, it's an hour and a half. You kill time. Kill time. Kill time, not each other. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.